the recording software, like, how are you gonna record it? Are you just gonna put like the one whole 1 hour clip in, or are you gonna edit it? Like, what's up?
I actually just was looking at a or like an editing video right before you called, or right before you asked to call. So, basically Streamlabs records. I'm just gonna put it on raw, probably. I'm not gonna edit it just because kind of, I think it's probably more
Yeah,
beneficial that way.
yeah, that's right, that's
But
right.
yeah,
Okay. Well, before we start, I guess I'll give you a bit of back view, I guess,
yeah,
of
like what you play, like your
Minecraft.
rank
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
everything.
So, a few acts ago, I was episode 2, act 3, and I have not played. I was bronze. I have not played since then. I played like 5 games, won 3 of them, and ever since then, I really don't play too often. I've only been playing this act, and I've had people play on my account for me, so I could finish the battle pass. That's pretty
So,
much it.
so pretty much you started playing this act, is what you're saying, and you kind of want
I,
to get better, maybe, or you just don't play
well,
much.
I haven't even played this act yet. I wanted to start getting better. I've been watching a lot more Twitch streamers recently, and like seeing pro play and seeing like high level people. It gets me like really interested in the game. Like you see hype moments, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it really, really wants you to get into the game. And
actually, yeah, I just finished making a montage as well, and I was learning to edit, like I said, and I think I made some pretty good edits. So yeah, I know what you mean for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Got some
that's
nice skins
pretty.
though, for sure.
Yeah, I actually got this one too recently, but
Oh,
I just
I don't have the Reaver Run, but I have that one.
yeah, and I don't know. I think it's a nice skin set. I got the ones that are basically, classic Ghost, Sheriff, Vandal, Phantom, Op, and um, Reaver Knife. But yeah, anyways, whenever you're
Okay,
ready, I'll hop
so
into a game.
wait, so let me ask you a few questions first. Have you played any other FPS games, or is this your first like for like
Um,
real FPS game
so
on PC?
so I played CS a long time ago. Um, but I mean, just because I played the game doesn't mean I was good at it. I peaked
Yeah.
silver. I peaked
Okay.
silver 4. Um, and I mean, it's not good, but it's not terrible. Um, and
Okay.
that's kind of it for
Yeah,
FPS.
that's all I need to know. I was just trying to get an idea of like where you're at, but basically, in this game, there's two main parts you need to understand to get better. The first is game sense, the second is aim. Aim is for you, it's gonna be like probably half the battle, just 'cause like, you know.
I'm a low ranking.
But
Yeah,
higher rank, it's more about game sense and kind of understanding how the game works, how the abilities work, where people going, stuff like that. So usually I would suggest warming up in the practice range or aim lab. You don't have to do that right now if you don't want to, but yeah. So you can go ahead and jump into a game. And
yeah.
you wanna go ahead and say what agents you play again?
I mean, I can show you my aim real quick. It's not really like the best. What do you
Yeah.
normally use? Like card box?
Yeah, I use hard bots. It doesn't matter which one you use. You can use the ones that sit still, but also finding a good sensitivity. What's your sensitivity and DPI?
I've run 700 in 0.3 currently.
That's maybe a little low, but I think that's fine actually. 700
Yeah.
DPI is weird, but yeah, that's good, I think. So you can go ahead and do whatever bots hard might be hard for you, but yeah, it doesn't matter how bad your aim is to start. It just matters that you try to improve pretty much.
Yeah. Like mine's like really bad.
I mean, for bronze, your aim is kind of surprising, honestly, like in a good way. But even though you're missing like all these, because whenever I was just starting to play this game, I could not hit any of these either, even though I wasn't bronze. So um,
Freaking suck. Goddamn.
yeah, it doesn't matter. This is fine. I might suggest going to medium just to like because you're probably still gonna miss. You might miss a few on medium. I don't know, but just I would go until you can hit all 30 on medium consistently, pretty much. Once you can, if you can already do that, then you can play hard. But either way, this is good for picking up your reaction speed and getting your aim more consistent. There's a few different parts of aim. There's reaction speed and like your consistency.
Yeah.
And there's also other aspects like how high you're aiming. To me, that's like second nature now. I don't even think about that, but if that's a problem for you, we'll see it in game. But
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
If only
don't
I
feel
knew,
bad.
I
Don't
would
feel
play
bad about it.
for
It's
a while.
fine. You gotta start
Yeah,
somewhere, right? So yeah.
yeah.
In your off time, you just play that. You play. I would play like 5 or 10 times before you play, and then try to get like up to 30, and you'll be surprised. You'll eventually be able to easily get 30 without even like blinking or without even flinching. Um,
So, about aim labs, because you did bring that up. Do you
also,
use it? Like, what aim routines would you recommend?
grid shot is like the best in my opinion, but I mean it's not necessarily the best. It's just like my favorite. So
Yeah.
it comes down to preference, but grid shot I think is really good for picking up speed and consistency or just like
Okay.
accuracy. But there's like a million things. You can also download like custom things in AimLab, so it's kind of like that's the cool thing about AimLab, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But
You want
yeah,
to hop in?
other things in this game. You can go and start, yeah, whenever. But I'll just keep talking if that's okay. Because there's a lot of
Yep.
stuff. If you actually want to get better at this game, that I could tell you. Each gun is unique. It has a different spray pattern, so that's another thing you practice in the range. Depends what guns you like to use. I can tell you which guns are better than others once we get in. But so yeah, what agents do you play here? What are you gonna pick in Haven?
I really only main Reyna. Like
Hmm.
that. It's even though my aim is bad, that's the only one thing I can really rely on since I have no mechanical thinking. It's definitely
Yeah,
uh
that's like one of the best agents to get rank up in comp. So
yeah,
you're very good there. This is also my main, as you probably know. Um,
yeah. You play a bit of Jet too.
yes,
Doesn't matter.
Jet. That is what's in my montage currently. Also, for you guys watching, this is I'm actually coaching someone that never mind, I'm actually retarded. I don't know why I can't articulate that right now. But anyway, I'll probably mention that like in a different clip. But
Sure.
yeah. So do you usually talk whenever you play, or no?
Do I like calm to my
Yeah.
teammates?
Yeah.
Um, so that's the one thing is I kind of try my best to, but I don't want to give false comms. I don't really know the call outs of a lot of the locations, like especially on the new map like Fracture. Somebody will be like BRK'd and I'll be like, what the fuck is
Yeah.
BRK?
I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But
Yeah.
yeah. So you don't. That's not the only thing you have to calm. Basically a good rule of thumb is to like calm only the things you see on your screen. So if like you see certain people, I mean, if you do know the comms, then that's a really good thing to say. Because
Mhm.
as you get higher up in ranks, people will get to learn the ranks. People also probably don't know the names of calls in this rank, so that's going for
Yeah.
you. But if you just hit someone for like a certain amount of damage, if you just say that, even if you feel like no one's listening, it's really good. Trust me. Once you get higher rank, it's gonna matter. It's gonna be very beneficial for you to get into the habit of doing that. But um,
Yeah.
if you don't do it this game, it's fine. Just keep that in mind, I guess. So what do you buy on pistol round usually?
For attacking side, for attack and defense is a bit different for me.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll normally run classic with for on defense I'll run classic with Devour, but on attacking I run Ghost with Devour.
Okay.
That's
Does
my
it change on the
personal.
map or like always the same?
Uh, it on it changes on the longer range maps because I'm not gonna spend 500 to get
Yeah,
an
yeah, yeah.
AK-87 from long
Okay,
range.
one
So
more thing real quick before it starts. On pistol round, you usually want to buy, yeah, Ghost. You usually don't want to buy classic on Reyna because you have double overheal. So like you can get 2 sets of full armor, so you don't really need to buy armor.
yeah,
So usually buy Frenzy or Ghost, whatever floats your
okay.
boat. This is good. You guys are together. Could be in the corner behind you. Probably not though. Okay, starting it off strong. So here you don't need to push. Okay, nice. You don't need to push. There's one heaven.
Oh shit, behind me. Thought my teammates were there.
Obviously, your aim is slightly better currently. I don't know if your aim's always this good, but you seem like you're on it right now. I don't know if it's because of the video or if you're just naturally that good, but that was pretty solid. Also, yeah, where you peaked CT, that's fine, I guess, but like you don't really want to push too far because once you get two, it's really, really good. That means it's like a 5v3 if no one else on your team dies.
Mhm.
Um, but if you die, then it's a 4v3. So you want to try to stay alive for as long as you can. But you got three, that's really good. Good job.
You think I
So
should share and light
I would buy. Oh yeah, buy. I would buy Spectre. Buy Spectre.
by
Too late. It's
Spectre?
fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good job. Good job. Okay,
I never really use Spectre, so I'm not sure how to really use it.
it's fine. Also, you should have bought full armor and double flash. But
Oh yeah, that's the
You
one
can,
thing. I never use my flashes. I'm not accustomed to using Reyna's flashes.
yeah, you gotta learn to do that, but it's okay that you don't right now. So here, if you're gonna push B, tell your team. Looks like your team's with you though. Yeah, you just push this guy. You don't have to be scared. You got him. He has the classics to your left. Oh, never mind. Yeah, there's two. Oh my god. Nice. Don't be scared. You have a gun. They have classics. These guys are second lowest rank in the game.
Oh shit, behind me.
Yeah, she walked up to the corner. That's good though. So the biggest thing that people need to understand about second round, especially if you're low rank, is whenever like okay, so if you win first round and the enemy team's gonna obviously lose the first round, they're not gonna have as much money as you and they can't really buy, so they kind of have to save. And if they buy, they're not gonna have full armor. Like if they buy a gun, they can't buy full armor. So
Yeah.
it's if you have a that's why you want to buy Spectre or Ares or Marshall, whatever gun you want to buy with armor and abilities. You just try to run at them and kill as many of them as you can. Especially in this rank, it's okay to be super aggressive after you win the first round with a gun because it's essentially almost always going to be Spectre or Ares versus classics or pistols. So
Yeah.
here you have
Something
ult.
that
But yeah,
I've
you have Vandal. Nice. Okay, so you're gonna look to ult here. What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say something that I've also noticed about me gaming is like I get really nervous, so my aim starts to shake. I don't know why. I do feel like if I
That's
do
fine.
that,
That's
then
fine. I see you like to do it the same way here. I would suggest not going here again because they're gonna maybe stack you. You already know two are there, so you can follow your team. You have flashes. You can ult into C site maybe. Careful garage window. Use your flash. Yep. Perfect. Your aim is like good, man. I don't know how your Barnes honestly.
oh shit, I
Good
shouldn't have
try.
pushed that. That's kind of dumb of me.
Nah, you're good. Yeah, you shouldn't have pushed, but you could have held it or probably gone for the spike. This guy's AFK, so it gives me more time to talk, which is good. Um,
Yeah.
so you're doing pretty good. One thing I've seen you do wrong twice is that you go to clear a corner, but you don't like fully clear it, if that makes sense. Like you don't actually check the corner. So there,
hmm
if there was someone in the corner, then you wouldn't have actually seen them, and they would have just killed you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's something that it's pretty common for people to do as well. Like you just need to make sure you full clear the corner each time you go to clear a corner.
hmm
But good job. Whenever you get your ult like that, you always want to use it immediately so you can start getting it again.
Yeah. So like I've always had a pretty good indication on what to use my Devour and Dismiss on. But like that's the thing I struggle the most with, I think, is using my ultimate and using my flashes. I never tend to use either of them, and it's really bad for me.
Yeah, so with your ult, you just pop it off cooldown. There's not a bad time to use Reyna ult, honestly. If you use it and you die, it's whatever, because like you're just gonna hold it anyway, right? So it's better to have it recharging again. But best case scenario, you use it and you get a bunch of people. Also, you can request, I think.
If games you do by me.
Yeah, he's got you, surely. And you
Hey.
got. Do you ever like using the Phantom? So yeah, you need to also learn to
I
use flashes. Oh, so the main rule of thumb is to just throw it at the floor, like wherever you're going into. You just throw it at the floor. It's easy to do because the floor stops it, so you don't have to aim it as much.
Van so I use Vandal on attacking and I use Phantom on defense. That's my rule of thumb.
That's fine. Honestly, Phantom is quite a bit better than Vandal at higher ranks, but not quite a bit. It's just slightly better objectively, but I can explain that later. Yep, nice flash. Perfect. Might drop. You can't hear. He might drop out window. This wall is not good, by the way. Good job. You can push. Remember, he's bronze. Easily got him just because of him.
Oh my.
Good
Scared the
try.
fuck out of me.
Yeah, that happens. Actually pushing there is pretty like good, honestly. As a duelist, you need to open up a site for your team. It's usually just whenever you get the spike down is when you don't want to push. That's a good push. You just basically you just need to understand that Killjoy was on C and could be there as well. But
Yeah, yeah.
overall good. You traded, so here basically
I
your Phoenix needs to ult.
something that I definitely need to work on. I mean, like it's definitely good for bronze, but my crosshair placement, like I don't know really how to improve on that, honestly.
People like your smurfing. Yeah. Well, this is something you practice in the range as well. You just kind of spawn the bots, and you kind of just like aim where their heads are and keep. I don't know how exactly to do like a routine for it, but I mean, definitely you could figure out something in the range. The range is good for anything you need to improve with aim for the most part. And if the range can't help you with something, you can just go to aim lab.
Should I force buy here
Yeah, you can, because actually, I would suggest trying the Phantom. I think the Phantom might suit you well, honestly, even on tech. But yeah, I would force buy since your Sage is gone. You get get money for like every round because you're 45. But yeah,
that sucks too. Like there's always an AFK, bro.
honestly, don't worry about that. You can literally hard carry these games 1v5. You don't need it. You really don't need anyone. You don't need comms are important, but they're not really that important in this ring because nobody really listens. So it's kind of on your aim and your. Dude, I swear you're not bronze. I'm not gonna lie. You're capping. But
Nah,
let's
I
see it.
wish, bro.
So here you clear left and right. I just think you don't play enough, honestly. Also, it could be to the left corner you didn't check, but yeah, make sure you full clear the corner whenever you do clear it. You got a flash. It could be in the smoke. The high flash. Okay. Yeah, you're not bronze. Stop the cap. But anyway, you know there's one more. UCT could be backside now.
I should have refragged that. It's honestly my fault.
Yeah, there's one long.
Oh shit!
Oh damn, what a TP.
I
That
didn't know he
guy.
TP'd. That's me.
Yeah. Uh, he tried to go for one like that in garage too. It's kind of crazy
Should I
actually.
just buy again?
Yeah, I would just buy, like I said, until Sage comes back, which is actually this is honestly good. Like for some of my games, my teammates are bad enough for me to just want a 4v5 so I get free money, but this
Cause
isn't
see,
too bad.
like I've been picking like 3, 2, 2, 3 every round, and it's still not winning. Uh,
Yeah,
Sucks, man.
maybe try to play like try to look at B, maybe break the wall, see if you can get a pick through that, and then you don't have to push in, just get a kill and then run back. You're gonna need to open up. Okay, now just chill. You can run like C or A or something, because you got the kill. They're gonna start rotating toward B, because you got a kill there. You can get the picks, you just gotta play smart about it to get the round win. They have res, they might res that actually. You don't have to be scared, you can keep walking up. You can ult. You know Killjoy's gonna be here, probably back side or back plat, which is back left. Careful back left. Nice. Okay, you still know you can keep going, but don't be too aggressive. You can walk CT, walk CT. Okay, don't push now. Oh, oh my God, yes. I don't know where he plays honestly. Could be CT, could be flank, could be B, or like mid window, mid.
I think I heard him grass. I think I heard him grass, guys.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, so this is what you're gonna do every round. You just gotta look for a pick one of the areas and then run away and then go somewhere else. Because as soon as you get the kill somewhere, the enemy team will naturally start rotating there.
Yeah.
And they have 4 ults, but I don't think they really plan on using them, just like your Phoenix. So yeah. So you like the Phantom though? Did you like that, or
Yeah, it's
like hit or miss for you kind of?
well. The thing is, like I have an okay spray pattern, but I feel like
Go
I
long, by the way.
definitely
Go
wouldn't
long.
have I wouldn't have
No, long. Yeah, long. Yeah.
gotten
With the Vandal.
definitely wouldn't have done that opportunity on that first kill with the Rays without it
Yeah, exactly. For like it's
without
for
a
like
fan.
close to medium range because you need to push on attack, which means you're gonna be a little bit closer on average to. Okay. I didn't plan you guys just pushing, but sit. Just sit. Nice. One more short, I think. You could just chill here. You don't need to push. You're gonna get the spike down. Help your Viper get the spike down. Nice. Now you can flash CT through the wall here. You gotta run. Aw. Good try.
Oh,
Yeah, they did
my
use
friend
res and Killjoy
definitely
ult.
could have helped me there, but
Yeah. I didn't realize there was two there because I can't hear too much, but that was a really good try. Actually, I can turn this up a little bit.
it's honestly a team death.
Yeah, it is, and I think you're gonna win. Honestly, I usually it's CT's much easier.
Right, Phantom or Vandal.
I mean, it depends what you're feeling. Honestly, whatever you're feeling, you go for. I like the Phantom a lot, but sometimes
I like
I'll use
the
Vandal.
Phantom. Aside from, I refuse to use it on attacking on Breeze. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
fuck
yeah.
yeah, but Breeze
That
no.
and Ascent like mid. You don't really use Phantom much.
I feel like I just heard her satchel down too long.
Okay, this is good. They
Grabbing
could
her.
also be pushing A though. She's probably gonna keep pushing. She has ult. Good heal. Okay. You almost have ult. Try to get one more. You can ult. Oh, follow your Phoenix. Follow your Phoenix. There's one to the right, I think. To the right as well, in window. I think there's another one in window, unless I'm just tripping out. Oh, I'm gonna kill your Phoenix ult from somewhere. I think he was towards C. Yeah. You sure you're not like plat or diamond or something?
No, no, no. I mean, I play unrated, but
Just like the way you
I
play, the way you use your abilities. Like I feel like a bronze player wouldn't heal. Like you have a good intuition for like when to heal and like when to dismiss. Like it's
yeah,
like instant. You see someone kill them. You know there's more people, so you dismiss like immediately. Usually
yeah.
bronze
That
players would wait like multiple seconds to even think
like
about using an ability.
my friends all say that I do not deserve to be in bronze, and I mean, when I was queuing for my 5 games, I
Ult
match
again, by the
MVP'd
way.
every single time. Okay.
Yeah. Also, you could have waited a little bit. I would have walked up a little bit more and then ulted, because your ult's gonna suffer a little bit of time because of it. You always clear right here, but you never clear left. But that's good. You know, one likes to play backside or somewhere here. Could be in heaven or CT. You don't need to push. Actually, you can. You're kind of just shitting on them. You don't need to push though. You do have ult. You can kill her before she. You get. You know the flash as well. I think Ray's satcheled. Satcheled out sight. Rachel's back sight. I mean, Ray's back sight, and then the other one's flanking you. Guys A. Oh, my bad.
Oh, I thought the Viper was watching that. Yo, what
Yeah,
is Viper doing?
she should be. Your intuition's better than bronze. You shouldn't be bronze, and the easiest way to get out of bronze is to just keep playing. If you haven't been playing much, that's why you're bronze. At least you guys got the win. Nice.
Yeah, like I said, I played 5 games, and I honestly don't even know how I got queued into bronze. I dropped 50 kills, 40 kills, I think it's 27 kills, 29 and 32 match MVP'd every single time, and I still got placed into bronze.
Yeah, it's just how it goes, I suppose. But um, I mean, yeah, you're
Uh,
playing like you're definitely playing like if you're being serious and you're actually bronze, you're
yeah, I'm
playing
dead
like a
ass
gold
bronze.
gold or plat player right now. Like high gold, low plat, or maybe even better. Like I don't know. There's a few things you can improve on specifically that I'm seeing, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, I'm just focusing on taking as much information in from you playing as I can. So see, if you flash the ground there, that guy would actually been flashed. Flash.
Oh
Good
shit,
try.
I was still jumping down.
Yeah, if you did flash the ground, the jet would have been blinded. And garage. Okay. 2 more rounds. You guys easily win this here.
I feel bad for the enemy team, bro.
Wait, hold tab. Yeah. You're playing. I swear you're just smurfing on them. I mean, when was the last time you played a ranked game?
3 acts ago.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why you're in this game, this lobby. Yeah,
'Cause
so always, you're doing good about this, but you swap it up every round. You want to swap it up as much as you can, unless your team is specifically calling to do strats. In this rank, they're not, so you just swap it up as much as you can. and go for kills, different areas. Go long, go long. Learning each part of the map specifically is very, very good because whenever you're defending, you also know how to play against other attackers, enemy attackers. Clear close right here. Could be there. Nice. Could be in the smoke, careful. Nice. You know she plays short. It's probably in the smoke. No, never mind.
Oh my god, I suck.
No, Sage sucks, man. What do you mean? Look at this guy. He has like a heal out or something for like 3 seconds. This game is actually just funny to watch. I love low ranks. It's like a play different game. She could be B. Careful B, unless you hurt her.
Oh my god, I fucking suck, absolute dick.
What is that? Your second ace? No, look. If you play aim lab, like literally, if you download aim lab, it's free, or you just keep doing practice range. The only thing suffering right now is mostly just your aim, but also like some minor mistakes that don't really matter because you're in a bronze lobby.
So,
You'd be a god, like if you had good aim.
I have aim labs, and like I'm being serious. I get like 90k on it, grid shot. Like I don't really play too often, but I get like 80, 90k.
So I think that's maybe because you naturally have like a fast reaction time if you actually just don't play much. But yeah, my high score is like 130, and it took me many, many months to get there. So
yeah, my reaction speed I think is like 180. Like it's much.
That is really good. That's really good for a quote unquote bronze player. So
dude, I really wish I was joking, dude. I
actually no, I believe you. I believe that you're not joking, but like, goddamn.
I'm better at opping than I am vandaling or phantoming. My opping is fucking insane.
I think you should pick up Jet as well, if I'm honest. But also, you can ult here last round. You got Sky ult.
Should I
flash the ground? Right, yeah, right when you walk up close to the doors. Yep, this is fine. Could be to the right. Could be a window.
You
can walk out. Don't be scared. Yeah, you can see the. There's no one on site because you saw the Sky ult. Killjoy is gonna be.
Oh shit! There's some
opening from the left. I think Omen TP'd, but yeah, I think you should get your agent pool at least to like 2 people. And I think for you also Jet would be really good. I'm probably biased because I play those 2 agents, but.
No, I get it. I tried out Jet. The only thing I don't.
You don't like.
I don't like her because I don't use her smokes or updrafts. Like when I say I have good aim, like I have good aim. I just have really bad mechanical like ability. You know, like I don't think about using smokes, and I don't know if it's an ego thing or anything. Like I don't flash. I don't know what it is.
No, I think you just don't. You're just not used to like flashing, so you don't flash. Like
yeah,
I mentioned at the beginning of this game, you've been flashing almost every round, right? So
yeah.
I mean, if you really want to pick up Jet, there's different ways to use her smokes. You don't have to use them like you're a smoke character. You can use them to like open up situations for yourself, like open up fights. Do you like Frenzy? This is good.
Okay, if you're well, I buy Ghost, but you told me Frenzy. Do you like? Frenzy?
Oh, I said Ghost or Frenzy. Yeah, I mean Frenzy is a hit or miss. You either love it or you hate it because it either gets you through random kills on accident or you shoot directly at someone and it doesn't kill them. So I mean, it's preference. Ghost is probably the best pistol for this round, but this guy.
Why did you not believe me?
Look at your kills. That's why you have like all their kills added together. Swear to God.
You gonna answer? I'm being serious.
Also,
I was joking.
You go for a peek here from short. Like keep walking up. If you hear them, be careful though. You can flank if you don't. Oh, that's Spike. You can walk up or you can just hold this angle. One's long. I think another one's long, or I don't know actually. One's mid. You have Spike. He might be short. He might have been the one that was long A. I don't know if that was him or not though. I didn't see the kill feed. I can't hear. Could also be in their spawn, toward their spawn.
He could also be flanking.
Yeah, he could be, yeah. You have a good intuition for that as well, which is impressive. Yeah, good job. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I can't remember now. I don't know, good job though. But also, other rounds you can consider this round, buy full armor right now. This is what you should always do. Buy full armor. Or you can buy light armor if you want to save some money, but I always like to just buy full. You can buy light armor because you're Reyna, so that's fine. Buy either Spectre, Ares. I wouldn't buy those because you can also buy flashes. Yeah,
Okay,
buy at least one flash. Yeah, you can get used to the Spectre. It's a good gun for this run. Like I said, you're playing its pistols or classics. This rank probably classics always, because people don't think about that. What you buy is quite important. You're going to the same place, but so are they. Okay, you can just push. Heal. You have flash.
Oh, wait, there's somebody on site already?
Yeah,
What
that's
am I
something.
doing?
This is the exact example like comms are important, right? Because if your teammate said, "Oh, I died long," there's someone long, then you'd probably like turn and not try to fight the person from shore, right? Because then you'd be
Yeah.
getting sandwiched. That's what that's called.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I'm used to the spray of like Vandal and Phantom. I'm not used to the spray of Spectre, so
Yeah, that's
wait,
fine.
give me a second to minimize my application.
Again, all you have to do is practice the Spectre and practice range on some bots.
Do you think my team actually pulls out the win here?
Surely,
Oh!
surely.
Do you think I'll double promote?
I don't
I've
know
always
honestly.
wanted to.
Oh wow. Oh my god. I have no clue how that works, honestly. I've never done that. I think
Okay,
I'd
okay.
place on like plat, but surely if there is a thing, if you get like 50 kills, yeah. Go see, go see,
Maybe.
go see. This
Okay,
is
okay.
another thing about defending. You don't want to go. Now you can wait, hold tab. You can full buy. Your team's buying. Maybe your Viper will buy you a Phantom. Request it, and if she doesn't buy you can buy.
Hey, can you get me that Viper, please? Or,
Okay, you can buy something. There you go. Nice. Now full armor.
thank you, appreciate
You
it.
should buy a second flash. Go see. You can just play good spots. I'll try to teach you good spots. Forget that you don't know them for some reason. C long or A maybe. Looks like they're coming out C. Spike C. You could have healed there probably. He's out C. He has ult. He's ulting.
He's going down C long. On site.
Good job. So yeah, you don't want to play the same site every round as a duelist on defense because the enemy team is eventually gonna go somewhere else. So go mid this time. You just push down mid. You aim duel them. Remember, take fights in this rank until you get to a point where you're actually losing fights consistently. You take fights.
Yeah.
And if you get into a game where
So,
you win fights, you just take fights. You can just
so
peek mid window here. You go ahead.
I do have a second account that my friend gave me. I promise it's not my own account. And what you call it? It is plat, and I still top frag in plat. So that's why I really
Aim
don't
at the
feel like I
window.
belong in bronze.
Yeah,
You
I
said what?
don't. I say yeah, I'm right here. They could be walking out mid already to your right. Okay, that's probably A or C. These guys play split up. They could be C, but I think they're A. You can go ahead and ult, but you probably don't need to now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you top frag in plat games. I mean, you could probably get to plat pretty easily and beyond.
I
Like I could see, like if you told me you're a diamond player right now, I'd 100% believe you. Like a low diamond
really.
or high diamond even. Not high
Yeah.
diamond, but like low mid diamond, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I've all my dream has been wanting to get immortal. Like not like high immortal, but at least immortal one. You know. It's not like
How often do
I
you play?
I play maybe 2 games a week.
God damn. Okay. You don't play any other
Should I
games? What other games do you play?
should I up
Yeah,
to
C
when?
long, C long or mid window.
Yeah.
They go AC.
I
AC. They're probably gonna peek C here.
Yeah, I don't play any other. I used to be a competitive.
Go
You
back
could say
site.
quote unquote
Actually, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
pro for Minecraft, but that's what it is.
Oh, wait,
So
what?
my
Hold on.
tracking's good.
Wait, what do you say for Minecraft?
I said I used to be like a competitive person who would
Oh,
play in
okay.
like tournaments.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
My team's destroying them, bro.
They're gonna walk up B or go garage. Go garage window. Garage window. This one's, they might be going C. Garage from C. Garage to C. Or B. Phoenix pinged it. Yeah, B. You can. He's either on site or he's walking A right now. I don't think he's backside. Oh, never mind. I don't know why it's weird not hearing it. I don't know why Discord's like that. But good job. Um, so yeah, the thing about defending that you have to pick up really quick is keep rotating, because the enemy team where they get destroyed at, they're going to not go there again. So you can opt from
I
long
think
here as well. Opt from long.
I
You haven't
no,
played
I
long yet.
actually I so the thing about it, like with opping, like obviously I'm not trying to contradict what you say. Just personally something that I've noticed, I'm better with the opping, better with opping when I'm mobile. I'm really good at counter strafing and like jiggle peeking, so I'm really good when I'm like able to move.
Hmm. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh,
Like,
I suck.
but you can do that at, like, different places as well. I'm not saying you shouldn't like be moving like that. That's good. That's very good. ETP'd. Okay. Goofy Goober 2302. Might be short, but GG. You get 50? Yeah, he's short.
I fucking suck. Nah, I almost hit 50.
Damn.
Wait, give me a second.
You're good.
GG.
GG. So I guess no one ever used their mic in this rank, probably, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so I don't know. I would still get in the habit of saying things because it's important eventually later, like I said, but if you want to wait until you get into games where other people are talking as well, it's fine. Okay.
Oh, I have to play 4 more?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So you're probably gonna get a higher rank game next game. So we can either talk more right now and like go. I can take you to a custom game or something for like different maps or different agents, or you can just play another one if you want because it's kind of a short one.
Maybe we can just talk honestly. Just like give me some tips and tricks.
Okay. Do you
Just
wanna
things that you saw.
you wanna focus on anything specifically,
Um,
like agents, maps, or guns or anything? Or like buying? There's
um,
like buying, how you should push certain areas, how you should defend, what are good spots.
um, I feel like spots and buying, those are the two things that I struggle the most with.
Okay. That's perfect. I'll show you. You want like defense or attack or both?
Probably both, honestly, if you have the time.
Also, I'm gonna stop watching the stream now. Wait, yeah, I'm gonna stop watching the
Okay.
stream and then I'll start screen sharing Valorant.
Okay.
Please tell me my aim labs. Okay, there we go. I mean, not my aim lab, my stream lab. Okay. So on Discord's weird. My God, I hate Discord stream share or screen share sometimes. It's kind of annoying. Okay, here we go.
Oh, you're rocking the Reyna
Oh
collection
yeah.
card too, bro. Hell yeah.
Okay, let me make sure. Okay. We'll go defense first, just because I think it can help with understanding attack, but they both help understand each other, I guess. If you know one, you know the other, kind of. So you may go like a specific agent. Should I go Jet? So you just kind of learn that for opping, maybe?
Um,
Or should I just go Reyna? Since
Probably Reyna like that. Even
yeah,
though
that's
I
fine.
might go Jet for opping, uh, my what you call it? I just like Reyna a lot for some reason.
Yeah, that's fine. I love Reyna as well. I only played Jet, and then I started playing Reyna, and I realized how much fun Reyna is. She's like definitely what I play the majority of the time now.
Because as you can see, like I'm a very like aim-oriented player, so I don't really like being too mechanically
Are those our
focused, you know.
enemies?
Yeah. So another thing for your aim, how good your aim is in your games, like in this rank, I think you should
Hmm.
be playing a little more aggressive, honestly. Like sometimes you're shift walking when I would just be running. Like
Yeah.
after you get a kill and like your location is exposed. Like I'm not saying you should always only run, because that's not the case, but yeah. So just think about that maybe when next time you play.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so A site. What would you do if you're on A site right now? Like where would you go if you're defending just before pistol round
I
starts?
So I would either peek showers, get a kill, and either heal or take a secondary battle, or I would peek short and then just
Push.
either isolate left side from U-Haul or isolate right side from boxes.
Okay, so you'd push shower, get a kill, and then fight for a second, or hold here for a kill and then like
Yeah.
fall back to U-Haul and hold.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily do that. That like I would either start with one of those two things.
Yeah. I know. Like two separate things, like either in showers or here, right?
But if I pick two from showers, and I either sometimes will ego push out and then try to flank the rest that are in A short,
Yep.
or I'll drop back into like back U-Haul, and then I'll try to help anyone who's trying to take short.
This is like perfect, pretty much. This is egoing, you're correct. Like, it's not always good to push and just like constantly push, but if you get a kill or two here, or there's many things. There's like this game depends on like a lot of variables, right? Like, there's many things that could happen here. You could see no one, you could see three people, you could see their whole team, you could see one person. So if you see no one, you definitely want to push here, right? You want to just walk. I usually just shift walk from here all the way out because if you run, they're gonna start turning and be like, oh guys, someone pushing showers. So, but if you get two, pushing is optional. It's not as good as if there's no one because then they know that you're there. But this rank, I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you to keep pushing because literally, if you kill two people at showers, people won't even realize. That's how bad this rank is. So just keep
And
pushing. Yeah,
that's
that's
something I've always
perfect.
noticed too, is especially if out of those one or two picks I hold spike, I will 100% ego push, because the thing about lower ranking that I've always noticed is they quickly rush back to claim the spike. So when they're rushing or when they're trying to hold to get spike again, I'll just ego push them, and
Yeah,
not to be ego, but I have better aim than them, so I'm just gonna kill them.
yes. It's good that you know that. Some people have good aim, they don't know that they have good aim. Like they don't realize it and they don't use it to your advantage. Like you know it, but actually, you realize it, but you don't realize how much you can do with your aim. Like you could play even more aggressive, but
Yeah.
that's not as important right now. You're playing really good. So how I would pick a shower just to like compare it to how you do it. You can either walk up or run up. I don't think it matters too much, but you can if you run a little bit and then shift walk, you can make it here. I really like this play because if they just walk up into here, I don't play in the corner. Oops, you play out a little bit and then you can just kill them as soon as they come in. You can dismiss like back here because like if there's more of them, you want to be careful. But in this rank, you don't have to be as careful. You can just run out like this and hold this angle, and you can push
Yeah,
if you
that's
see
what
no
I
one.
like doing.
Yeah, it's perfect. So yeah. Anyway, so for U-Haul, what would you do for A short,
For U-Haul,
or just here in general, not necessarily U-Haul?
yeah, so it really depends. The thing is, I like playing, like where you are currently, I like playing this aggressive angle a little bit more back. The only risk to it is I know that I can easily either be caught off guard by somebody who might be coming showers if there's no shower control, or I could be dinged through the boxes. That's my biggest two. I always try to identify what my risks are. Even as like a bronze player, I try to identify what I could be caught off guard as or killed. So this is if I'm doing really good, or if I know that I have a better gun than my opponent, I'll play here, such as maybe an op, because I can easily dismiss, fall back into CT, and then hold showers or something like that, or even go back into the other side of U-Haul, and then clear the left side.
Okay.
But my most common is, yeah, I'll hold from here and I'll isolate the left side of short, where I'll
Oh,
hold
over
from,
here, U-Haul.
yeah, U-Haul, and I'll isolate that side. Yeah.
Okay, so this is good, but let's compare how you play showers, how you play here. So here, you say you peek from like here to here.
Yeah.
This is, in my opinion, a much more aggressive play. And you said you push sometimes as well, like flank short.
Yeah.
Okay, but you don't usually push short, right?
Um,
Or occasionally maybe, but not as much as you push shower.
it depends how many I pick. If I pick two, my rule is if I pick two in an area, I'm going to push it. That's usually my rule at hand, or
Okay,
at least in low elo.
yeah. So in my opinion, you're playing this quite aggressive. There's no reason you shouldn't play short as aggressive. You
Yeah.
should like so. What I do, my favorite play to like short is to just walk up like this. So you can just walk all the way up. The only thing you need to worry about is this angle. This gets you a lot in higher ranks because people always hold this, and if you get one tapped, it's just unlucky. But
Yeah.
in low ranks, there's probably no shot anyone's there. If like no shot they're watching you. Most likely they might be like up here ready to peek left side, but all you have to do is sit like this. You don't sit all the way in the corner because people do clear this. So play out a little bit. In low ranks, you'll catch them off guard easily. And
Mhm.
usually, if you have good trigger discipline, people probably also won't sometimes clear this corner. You can get like 2 or 3 after, like, say the first 2 run up to like here, and then you kill the third one, then spray transfer the other 2, or just like tap, 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 whatever gun you have, a shotgun, doesn't really matter. And
Mhm.
then you can also just dismiss out, and you can get actually to like right here. So you might be spammed through the box, but most likely you'll get away. But also, what you can do, the same thing as shower, if you don't see anyone, like right here, you don't hear anyone, you can just kind of walk up. You have to be careful of the left, but it's very common, much more common for people to be on this side than on the left. So I usually like to
Yeah.
have my crosshair here. Make sure you clear all the way to the right here, because they can
The
also be
people
sitting
like
there.
cutting up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people like to like drone and like dog and stuff like that. But if obviously they're droning, you're gonna hear them like droning or dog. And then you clear left. So a good spot on attack to sit, or like just not on attack, but just to sit for outplay is right here, because nobody ever clears this, honestly. Like, it's just such a weird spot. So
Mhm.
that's a really good spot to
Oh,
sit.
so I actually was meaning to tell you, I do play a second character, just not as often because of my aggressive playstyle. I play Sky because I really like Sky's ability to aggress and just flash somebody.
Yeah, Sky's
Um,
actually like quite good. She got nerfed in the past, like recently, but she was like mad broken then. Now she's just like slight like sleeper broken, if that makes sense. So, but yeah. So from here anyway, yeah, you can play Sky. That's not bad. Like if your renegades taken, which does happen, that can be your go-to character. That's good. That's the reason why you have 2 characters. So, but yeah. Then usually I like to push here. I don't like to push and flank shower because if they're not short, they're probably not shower unless for some reason, who knows why, if they're 5-man pushing. But yeah, you just
yeah,
walk up
I'll
here
actually come
and
here.
flank.
Yeah, I'll come here. Pretty much 90% of the time, unless I know there's a location from somebody who might have peaked showers. I'll usually aggress into B flank.
Yep. So you can pick. You can go B flank. You can go long flank if you have a reason to go long flank. Like you want to flank long. This is a good way to do it because you don't have to worry about all these corners and
Yeah.
like here or not there, but like here, and then it's a little bit more safe. But also there might be like a trip here or here.
Mhm.
And in that case, it's kind of unlucky. You either shoot it and run away is a good play, or in this rank you just shoot it and keep going because like I said, you need to just take as many fights as you can because you're winning like literally 85-90% of your fights. Those are pretty
Yeah.
good odds, so yeah.
Which one got? What one personal question is, so what was your rank when you started out?
I think I
Uh,
placed like plat probably, but I
what?
played. You say what?
Oh, I was just about to ask that. You were just about to answer.
Yeah, I think I was like plat 1 or something, and then I think the highest rank you could have placed is like plat 3. So, but yeah, and then I quickly got up to like Diamond 3. I was sitting at Diamond 3 for a while, and then I hit Immortal, and from there I just went up, 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 and yeah.
So, what did you play any games beforehand, or was that
Yes, I
literally just you
played
going into raw?
CS:GO and Overwatch, which is maybe why for me it's kind of surprising that you're quite good. Like I think I have like probably 1,000 hours on, probably a little less than 1,000 on CS, and then 1,200 or like 1,300 on Overwatch. So yeah,
Damn, it means you're goaded, bro.
yeah, I
uh,
play a lot of games, but I don't know how much. I think I have like close to 1,000 in Valorant, or like 600-800, something like that.
really? Damn.
But yeah,
Uh,
but yeah, I mean, you're a natural. You understand how to play this game very well. It might be because of Minecraft, honestly. I don't. That might sound
yeah.
like crazy, like a crazy connection to make, but if you're really, really good at Minecraft, like being really good at a game, that mindset transfers over, not necessarily like the skills, like mechanically that you have in Minecraft, because it's not related at all to Valorant for the most part. Maybe aim a little bit, but not really, because you're using a gun.
Oh,
But yeah,
that's the funny thing. Like earlier, you made a comment on my DPI. You said like 700 is a bit weird. That's
yeah,
actually where. That's the reason I stuck with 700 DPI is because I first discovered 700 DPI on a glorious Model D a couple of years ago, when I was playing Minecraft. And there's like a clicking method on called that's called butterfly clicking.
yeah,
It
yeah,
requires extremely high mouse control while maintaining a high CPS. Um, and that's where I honestly think my aim comes from. I don't use a similar style. I'm kind of like a claw grip user, but I feel like my mouth control and my tracking come from that. So
yeah.
that's probably where the decent side of at least
No,
my
that
game
actually
comes
makes a
from.
lot of sense, honestly, because like I mean, that's the butterfly clicking, I've never done it, but it sounds like it might take like quite a bit of skill, or at least some skill. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why you have a good mouse control, like good aim. And
Yeah.
yeah, so if you work on headshot level, by the way, I think I heard you mention that, you just go into the range, shoot bots, and never let your crosshair go below, like to their neck or above their head. And you can do it at
Yeah.
different distances, because different distances matter. So like how close you are, if you're farther away, you're gonna be aiming, or like different height levels. You can get up on like the thing in the practice range where there's like the sign, and then do that. Because like here, see obviously there's like a decline in height or like
Yeah.
level. So
So that's something I've definitely noticed. Like I can consistently keep my aim head level aside from when it goes to different angles of elevation or like uh like
yeah,
depression
it kind of
angles or
catches you off guard maybe, like you're not used to it.
yeah. I can't like I would say maybe 5 out of 10 times, so I guess you say one half the time, I'll have it perfectly head level, and then the other half of the time I'll have it just a bit below. I don't really have a struggle with it being above, but having it below is my struggle.
Yeah, that's pretty common. Like above is usually like a really weird angle, like you're I don't know, like this or something. But
Yeah, it's a specifically above that fucks me up. Like it's definitely specifically just the above one.
yeah. So then you can do stuff like this. Like grid shot's good because you have to like you're not always shooting straight. You're shooting up, right? The other aspect of this is not necessarily your actual aim. It's your mentality. Okay, like whenever you push into somewhere, like for example into a garage on Haven, you have to be careful of window. So that's probably something that fucks you over a lot, since you said whenever you look up, you have a hard time doing that.
Yeah.
So expecting someone to be in window at any point whenever you either peek or while you're walking, shift walking in garage, you need to be ready to flick. So you need the aim, you need the ability to flick and get accurate on their head, but you also need to have the expectation of them being there. Because if you don't, then it's gonna be like, oh, enemy, where are they? Where are they actually? Where's their head? Because like you weren't, if you're expecting them to be there, you're already thinking about that. You already know where their head's probably gonna be because of how they've played in the past rounds, maybe.
Oh, one personal question. This might seem, I don't know if it's a bit surprising. It might seem. So the mini map. How often do you use it?
Minimap's very important. You shouldn't.
So that entire game, I didn't use it one time.
Yes.
Uh,
So you know how you got flanked from long? You saw. So like on
yeah,
the minimap, you can see an X where your teammate dies. So that's super
yeah.
important because like you can see it in the kill feed. Do you ever look at the kill feed? I think it's up here. Or
I
yeah.
do look at the kill feed. I just literally don't look at the mini map. I
Okay.
don't know why. I have trouble like looking at it. It just I don't know why.
No, that's
Not
fine.
not like percepting it, just looking at
I mean,
it.
it's just your lack of experience, honestly. Like if you look at the kill feed, then um, if you look at the kill feed, you can just easily look at the map because it's like the same thing, just in the other corner, opposite from it. So the for what you can do for right now, just don't look at it. But once you see a kill in the kill feed, look up at the top of the map and see where your team either got a kill or where your team died at.
Got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can also get used to just like if you hear gunfire, look up, see if your teammate sees someone, because that's a good indicator that there's going to be an enemy on the map. And then you can use that. You can start processing that and think, what does that mean to me? How can I start playing differently now? If you see two people over here on the minimap that you otherwise don't know because your team's not calling it and maybe you don't hear it, then you just sit here. But if you see two, you're probably going to start rotating because you know, oh, there might be more than two. Probably are more than two in this rank unless people are just playing everywhere, which is also a possibility. So, okay, so for U-hole, if I don't push short, I like to sit like right here. This is really good. You can either peek, like you said, you like to jiggle.
Yeah.
Usually people like to peek to the right. You can jiggle like this, or you can just wait until if you have someone back here watching this angle, which you probably won't in this rank. You can peek off of them once they see someone. Dismiss away. Another cool place to play is like here. I also like to play like right here because people really. This is a weird spot to be in, but it's quite a good spot. It's better than being right here because it's obvious, and it's better than being like here because this is where they're gonna check next. This is the closest corner to like looking in, other than this one, which
Um.
is just weird. So
So, like kind of digressing a little bit. Sorry. I
no, it's
just have a
fine.
question. So
Yeah.
about movement. So like I would say I do have decent movement because even though I was kind of a low ranking in CS, like I never really played comp on CS either. So honestly, my ranking might be low because I don't play comp ever or anything like that. Um, but what I think the thing that I struggle the most with is like counter strafing. Like I'm decent at it, but if it's very short paced counter strafing, or very long counter strafing, I have trouble with it. It's not like a reaction speed thing. It's just I don't know why.
Yeah, yeah.
I just can't do it.
Okay, I think so. By counter strafing, you mean like this?
Yeah. Like the ability to do that. Like
Okay,
if
yeah,
you
yeah.
were to see me in the
No,
ring
I
and
actually
just
had
go
someone
back
teach
and
this to
forth,
me. That's the craziest thing in the Counter
really.
Strike. Yeah. So yeah, no one. First of all, your movement is very good. You don't really struggle with movement too much. Like you're jumping on top of the wall at the end of the last game, which is pretty
Hmm.
impressive. Like you did it twice. Um,
Yeah.
your movement just overall, you could get better for sure, but like you're not a bronze movement player. But
Yeah.
so it's the way I was taught this. I'll teach you the same way that I was taught. It's called it stopping on the dime. So like
Hmm.
you want to imagine like see actually you can use this line right here. So line the crack in the ground. Imagine
Yeah.
that in your mind and you want to stop on it, but you want to go both ways. So in order to shoot accurately, you need to be completely still. And this is the reason for counter strafing. So if you imagine that, visualize stopping in the exact same spot or in different spots if you perhaps want to. Like maybe here, out a little bit instead. It doesn't really
Hmm.
matter, but it's called stopping on the dime because you stop, shoot, stop, move, stop, shoot, move, stop, shoot, move. So like you can do it in the middle, um, and shoot, or you can go to the sides and stop on the sides. But the most important part is that you stop, because like, see, it's not accurate whenever I'm moving.
Yeah, I was about to say I stop sometimes, but I think that's the main reason why um my counter shape fucks up is because sometimes I'll just press a D rather than, stopping.
Yes. So,
And it won't be super accurate, obviously. So
so what you need to do for to train this is just go into the range, find a spot somewhere pretty on the wall that you want to look at for like 5 or 10 minutes, and practice the different ranges, just stopping and shooting. Try to shoot on the same, like exactly or right around the same spot consistently. And this is
yeah,
gonna help you because you also have to get used to moving your mouse, right? Like you have to kind of, because like if you move, you see I'm just going like my crosshair is going with me, so I need to adjust for that. And this is
yeah,
also a part of counter strafing. Um, you can practice like burst or just tapping if you like to use the vandal. You can also do this with like a sheriff, but the sheriff it's better to usually just like jiggle peek and take shots. Sheriff is a gun you should learn. I'm gonna be honest. If you like opping, Marshall is a gun you should learn, and you should buy this instead of the Spectre or Ares. You should use this on second rounds because people won't have armor, which means you can one-shot body shot, and if you can get good. Also, do you have where is this? Where is this? Do you have this on? Do you have hold to sniper rifle aim?
so um I used to be um an opper in CS, and I personally what you call it? I use hold because that's what I'm used to. It just feels more fluid to me rather than toggle.
Yes, this is
And
perfect. This is what you need to have
yeah,
on. So also, I'm guessing since you up as well, you have a good, you're happy with your scope sensitivity multiplayer. This is something I had to change recently because I don't like I don't know, I just had to adjust for it because I changed my sense a lot. That's why it felt weird to use Marshall and op. But yeah, so this is a gun you definitely use. Especially, you'd be surprised how accurate this gun is no scoping. So I'll try to shoot like right in this triangle and see if I can, in this like top part of the box, see if I can no scope it accurately from here. That's crazy, honestly. I could be even this far back and it's so accurate.
yeah,
But this thing's
for sure.
almost like a laser. Like sometimes it fucks you over, but that's okay. Like you can literally be no scoping from here, although it's probably just better to scope down at this point because you can. But yeah, I'm not gonna show you different spots because this is something you can learn on your own to like op from or
Yeah.
scout from. But um,
I used to always love scouting. Just because I don't know, it's just really good for only 950. You know what I mean? It's just like so fucking good.
yeah, it's yeah. So like yeah, you should definitely buy full armor and martial. On defense, on attack, probably not, unless you just want to go for picks, which you can do if because like that's just not my playstyle. Because I'm not that good with the martial. I just haven't used it much. But also jump spotting that just came to my mind that I could teach you. Jump
Yeah, I
spotting.
have no idea what jump spotting is.
Yeah, it feels you get it like a feel for it. You kind of watch like if you watch pros do it, and you kind of like replicate it. If you watch what I'm doing right now, it's like instead of you don't just jump because then you're kind of easy to shoot. you
Yeah.
jump. Let's see what buttons I'm pressing. I'm jumping. I hit W and then D, and I'm also
So
turning my mouse.
are you actually perceiving it, or is this something you actually have to use your minimap for?
No, you look. I just look. You can look at the minimap.
Okay.
I just like look. It's good. Like if you don't know, if you're in like a 1v1, like you'll see
Mhm.
like the best players in the game do this, like tenz, Sinatraa. I don't know, like all the best players. They use this a
Yeah.
lot because it gives you information. Like if it's a 1v1, that's fine. But if you have a good idea of like where they are, and you're not gonna get like flanked or something, then making the noise from jumping is fine. Because if you see them and then you're like, oh, they're right there, then you can just swing them, shoot them, and they're dead. Also, if you have the classic, this gun is broken, so oh my god, I keep turning this on accident. You just go like this, because you know this gun is just fun
Oh.
like that. So
So something that I've never been able to find on, like I've tried searching up, is classic right click affected by counter strafing? Like, is it actually affected by mobility or no?
I don't think so. Honestly, it doesn't seem like it.
Mhm.
As you can see, this gun sometimes you get kills. It's kind of like the frenzy, but not as extreme as the frenzy. It doesn't look like it, honestly. Not gonna lie. It feels completely accurate when I'm moving, like right around where my crosshair is. It even looks like it. So that's probably your answer. So yeah, this is why you can. This is why classic's good. 'Cause you just run in. Like there's no fear. You don't need to stop. Also, yeah, right click's really good. Left click's good if you have to fight long range. But the best thing about the classic is the right click.
I
So
started playing episode 2 actually. I'm still a recent player. Like, I've only played for uh a few months, and what do I call it? I heard that like the classic used to be super fucking OP,
yeah,
so I
it was
didn't
literally
need
like
a
one of the best guns in the game, and it was free.
free
So
gun, by the way.
yeah. But another thing about your movement that you can teach. Also, I'm gonna go to BSA here because and that's in like 15 minutes. I don't get too long. But we
Yeah.
should definitely do like a different session again because it's honestly one of my more fun coaching sessions I've done.
Alright,
Um,
bet, bet.
but also, yeah. So whenever you peek like this, I don't know if would you peek like this and just go like this?
Yeah, I would keep my crosshair like that's the thing. I've
Or
also
would you just
noticed that
hold
too,
D? Hold
is
D like this?
I'll I'll track around the corner, but it'll be like right in front of the corner. So it won't be like
Like this kind of?
accurately out. No, like it'll be actually like take that corner, move it to a bit to the left, and I'll track it, well, a little bit more to the right, like that crack,
Oh,
I would say,
like
and I'll
this?
to the left, like the actual crack between the yeah, right there. I'll keep it tracked around there rather than actually
Yeah.
pre-aiming outside. I don't know why. It's just something that I've noticed.
Yeah. It's good that you noticed that. It's kind of okay honestly, cause like you can wallbang this. So like if that's your plan, you can do that. But the reason
Yeah.
this is bad for you is probably because you're not thinking about that. That's just how you're doing it. So
Mm-hmm.
what you usually see in higher ranks is people expect the enemy to be anywhere. So doing like this is not good because there's a chance they can be like right
Yeah.
here.
Uh-huh.
And if you do that, then you're only expect your aim to be here, so you're not accounting for this person right here. So you need to like this is I don't know what this is called honestly, but you just kind of do this. And if you're expecting someone like close, you can kind of go back and forth before you proceed, like this, and then this gives you a really good opportunity to just be ready for them when they're probably not, because they're probably not doing this exact same thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you kind of you can be close or you can be like far out, but it doesn't matter. If you're closer, you're gonna have to do this more times because it's just like the way the angles work. But here, yeah, this is how you'd probably do it, unless you're just. It's not like I said. This is like more of a caution thing. So for you, this isn't gonna be as important because this is you're completely winning all your fights, so you don't have to think about it as much. But it's something to think about in the future. So I think you'll
Yeah.
probably remember that later on. But yeah. So anyway, for B, how about we move on to that? Unless you have any other questions there.
No. So here this might sound like kind of ridiculous, but I like I said, I really like the op. I only do it when my economy is safe, though. I'm not gonna do it to the point where it'll jeopardize the economy. I'll make sure that my entire team and myself can buy next round just in case. Um, but in the situations where I do, um, for opping at least, I'll peek out of hookah and I'll I won't jump peek because that's honestly kind of dumb. No matter how fast your react speed is, if you're against a good player, they're just gonna tap you. Um, but I'll just quickly peek out and then I'll shoot one and dismiss. And then I'll fall back either to a part of hookah, like back hookah maybe,
Here?
and I'll play an aggressive angle. No, like to the
Here?
left. Go a bit forward, like where there's still like a sliver of crack where you can see the boxes. A bit back, like if you move back.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, like
Okay,
right
this is
there.
exactly where I would play. Okay, this is perfect. This is like
Yeah,
this is the perfect angle. This is where I was gonna tell you to play.
yeah. And then I play this, and then if once I secure a secondary kill, or if I miss, I'll fall back into CT, or I'll go into B long, depending on where my enemies are.
Okay, so assuming you're not opping,
Mhm.
and we're on like pistol round or something, another way to play this is perfect by the way. Everything you just described was perfect. You don't have to change anything about that unless
Yeah.
instead of going CT, you could go long, but all that was fine. That was like really good. That's like a diamond immortal play. That's perfect, really good.
Yeah.
Um, for this, I almost always do the same thing on this map because I really like this play because people really like to go B a lot on pistol run. So I go right here. Frenzy is really good because this range you see is quite close quarters.
Yeah.
So the chances of the frenzy screwing you over are much less. So it's like when you'd buy a Vandal on a long range map, you'd buy a Frenzy on like a short, close range area. So what you
Hmm.
do, you need a teammate for this one. So you'd have to ask someone, whoever's on B. Even bronze players should listen, because like you say, last game you said, "Hey Viper, could you drop me?" And they dropped you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they should also listen, unless they just don't have their mic on. Like they should come if they know the call hookah, say come hookah with me, and then all they have to do tell them shoot the boombot or the drone,
Uh-huh.
and you will always get 2 or 3 kills if there are 2 or 3 people, because people in immortal high or mid immortal do not clear this angle. It's crazy, and they'll just walk in. But sometimes people do clear it. Sometimes people are very specific to clear it. But the thing that people are not specific to clear is this. This is a crazy spot. You see people like Sinatraa use this spot all the time because it's literally like a god spot. Nobody clears this. Nobody, like you said, you struggle most whenever you're here and then someone's up there. You have to adjust your aim, and you said specifically
Oh
whenever
no
you
no
you
no
look
no.
up.
It's no. It's when I'm looking down, like
Oh,
when I'm
looking
looking
down.
down from an angle.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay,
like
okay.
pretend I was the one on the box. That's where
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
struggle.
yeah, yeah. No, I understand. I
Yeah,
understand.
yeah,
Yes. So, but yeah. So say someone in bronze struggles going up rather than looking
hmm
down. This is like the
yeah.
perfect spot for that. Um,
hmm
so if you're not upping, consider this and this. But if you are upping, that's all great. What would you do for long?
Be long. Um,
Assuming the op
I'll
first. Let's do
never.
the op again first.
Okay, so for opping, I'll peek out, counter strafe, one tap, and then I'll normally, well, if we're being in like reality and I'm facing an actual good player, I'll either hold a tight space like where you are, or I'll quickly move over to the teleporter and then I'll hold straight back. Like I'll kind of wiggle my mouse back and down a little bit, from where they could
Yeah.
be long or close. Not like too much, but just like a
Yeah, yeah,
little
yeah.
bit.
Like just
Yeah, yeah,
emphasizing it. Yeah. Or
yeah,
you could keep
yeah, yeah.
also in the middle. That's good too. This is a really
Yeah, and
good
then
thing that
just
you're
like
considering though, because like they could be either way. And if you do this, you minimize the amount you have to flick. Because like if you have to flick
yeah,
up, then it's really hard to hit the shot. Whereas if you do this, it's like you have much more
yeah.
consistency.
And the thing with Reyna, like if I definitely do secure a kill, I mean, depending on how late it is in the game, I'll normally anticipate like I'll compare my and my opponent's skills and my kills against them. Like I know it's not good to compare kills, but if I know that I'm constantly beating certain players or I'm beating pretty much their entire team, I'm going to go for a second kill. But if not, I'll normally take that opportunity that I killed that person, dismiss out, and then fall back onto site and help my team. Or I'll play another aggressive angle, but just from where you are currently.
Yes,
When
this is
you're not.
this is good as well. This is what I've been telling you the whole time. Like you're literally winning like I don't know if this is perfect, but like 85-90% of your fights. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah.
So like exactly like it's not great to compare kills, but like you realize that you have like a very high win rate fighting these people. So take as many fights as you can because you have 100% more shots than you would if you're just hiding somewhere else and not
Yeah.
really playing as aggressive, using your potential. So yeah, perfect. Also you said I think you said jump starting is or you don't ever like jump peek. Um,
I jump peek once in a while, but it's not like something I'll do every game. It's like
yeah.
something that I'll do
Nah,
when
you know what
I
you're doing.
feel
I'll be honest. You know what you're doing when you op because like I haven't opted in a long time, but I haven't opted in a long time, but I definitely used to op, but like the best operas, like people like Wardell. I don't know. I can't think of like really good operas other than a few, but
They
really
play
good
like
operas.
aggressive.
Yeah, they'll do exactly what you're saying, and they also I see them jump peak a lot. So I don't know if it's actually like good, but you probably know better than I do that like it's only good to do once in a while. So yeah,
I'd like Kenny S if you know who he is.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's an insane
Of
offer.
course, yeah.
Um, but also something that like I'll do is depending on what parts of sites I play, like B site, if I'm playing hookah, I'll use Phantom, but if I'm playing long, I'll use Vandal. Um, like, yeah, you could argue that first shot inaccuracy is something that can make a difference, but I personally hate dinking someone. It's not that I'm bad necessarily at pulling down, it's just you never know that situation that it could get you fucked over. So I personally like using Vandal for longer range fights if I have to take them. So B
Yeah.
long, I would use a Vandal.
Well, let me ask you this. What do you think like the main pros and cons are between the Phantom and Vandal?
Okay.
Or to
Well,
your
if we're
knowledge.
talking statistically,
Yeah.
Phantom has no tracers. Phantom has a higher ammo count. Phantom shoots at a faster rate. Phantom also has a reduced less chance of missing your first shot. And then in comparison, the Vandal, the Vandal is very situational. Like both the Phantom and Vandal are very situational. Phantom is very good up close. Phantom is not the greatest when you're trying to wallbang somebody. Like it's not bad for wallbanging, it's just not the best. But in a Vandal situation, wallbanging is much better in comparison because of bullet penetration, and also for long ranges, it's a guaranteed 160 if you hit them straight on. So that's the pros and cons. It's a very situational thing.
Yes. What about the Vandal? What do you think is best about the Vandal? So it's basically the
Uh,
opposite of everything you said, but also there's a few other things.
yeah, personally, just my well, first off, I think it's most close to the AK in CS, but the the spray pattern, it's something that's a bit harder to control, but it's something that's easier to control for me because I'm more used to it.
Yeah.
Um, but like I said, the one tapping capability from long distance, bullet penetration, and if you're facing somebody using a Vandal, um,
The Phantom won't really
and
cut it some of the time, honestly.
well,
Like
yeah,
longer ranges
so
for sure.
but if you're ever facing like a Vandal and like a smoke, since you can see their tracers, if you're using another Vandal, like the capability of one tapping them is much higher too. It's very that's why I say it's very situational, but longer range fights I like Vandal, shorter I like Phantom.
Yeah, this is a generally a good rule of thumb. Also, Phantom can be good for like any obviously by short range you mean anywhere in the range where you can't one tap someone in the head and not kill them, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um,
Yeah.
but so yeah, the Vandal is good, like you said, for wall banging. There's less bullets. There's 5 less bullets in the Vandal as well. So for like things like spray transferring, which I like to do a lot because I taught myself how to do that recently, I like to use the
Uh-huh.
Phantom a lot for that. So you can like walk up if like you don't know for sure people are, you can like spray people. Like here, I'll just give an example. It's like you're pushing up long, and
Yeah.
then I don't know. So you're running out, you kill one, then you like spray transfer the corner, even if you don't know expect someone to be there. Or this isn't a great example because this corner, there's not people usually sitting there. But I don't know. You sure it's only good in situations, but it's something that the Vandal can do, but it has a harder time doing. That's another difference. So like, go. I don't know how to. I can't think of like an example, but like straight spray transferring is whenever you go like this.
Yeah, just like quickly going
Yeah,
through somebody.
and like without stopping shooting. So
It's much easier with a Phantom compared to a
yeah,
Vandal.
exactly.
That's 100% definitely true.
And you
Uh,
can't actually do it in like medium or short range. It's something you actually should do in close range with Vandal,
yeah,
because
just long range Phantom just definitely comparably better.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So, like you said, it's good that you know the two exist. It's good to use them situationally, and that's how you should do them or use them, unless you have a playstyle that accounts for only using one or the other. So, like, you never go, like, for example, long, and so you never use the Vandal. But that's kind of limiting yourself because you don't go long, which is sometimes good to do. But, um,
I I
yeah,
think the only time where I'll situationally play myself in one or the other is it's extremely rare, but if I know it's only accountable for the Phantom. If I know my aim's really bad, I'm going to play the Phantom. If I know that my aim is just like not on point for the day, like I never really have those days where most people consider a bad aim day. I'm always decently good at aiming, but if in the case that I do have something where I feel lackluster in my ability of aiming, I'll use a phantom honestly because not that I'm going for body shots, because that's never really good to go for, but just in the case that I can just pull down and land body shots since it has a
Yeah,
faster firing rate,
yeah,
I
exactly.
personally like the phantom being used more. So
Yeah, it's just it's good for rapid kills as well, more so than the phantom, unless you're like purposely trying to one tap, one, two, or three tap everyone.
yeah,
And if you're not accurately doing that, then it's harder to do than the phantom. The phantom has 5 extra bullets, like I said, and it shoots quicker. So yeah, it pretty much is just better for things like that. So that's another reason why I think it might be better for lower ranks, especially for you, because you need to kill a lot of people. You need to kill if your team's not actually doing much. You need to kill like four, or even sometimes you got an ace that game. You almost got 2 aces. Like you needed to ace the second time to win the round. So for that reason, I think you're going to be needing a lot of kills, which is why the Phantom might be a little bit better. But like you said, it depends on the range, it depends on a lot of other things as well. But how would you
that's also
play long if you didn't have an op?
how would I play long if I didn't have enough like
Yeah.
so assuming I have a vandal, I would play in the same way, but I wouldn't take the secondary aggressive angle after
So
I
you wouldn't go
back
over
off. So
here.
like, no, I would go over there. Depending on who, depending on like I said, how I'm performing for the game. Vandal, because of that first shot accuracy, I won't play too much like that. Depending on how aggressive I want to be, um, I might actually just push down B long after I've secured 1 kill. Like I have the 2 kill rule, but
Wait, so wait,
sometimes
hold
I'll
on, let me
just
ask you a question real quick. You've said all the times you get like a kill or two, you will aggress. What would you do if there's no one? Would you not push? Would you just like wait and continue waiting?
so if there's no one, normally I'll either wait for the comms of my team if there are any. Normally they're not, but if there are any, I'll wait for the comms of my team, or I'll switch the directional areas in my sight. So if I'm playing B long and I hold that for a good 15 seconds and nobody appears, I'm not going to jump out of B or back onto B side. I'll go into hookah and I'll try to aggress on hookah. If there's nobody in hookah, most times I'll rotate because by then they'll either be on one side or the other. Like, it's
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah.
25, 30 seconds. They'll either
Usually
be on
people
one
aren't
side or
waiting
the
that
other.
much at that rank. Usually they're pushing something within the first like 30 seconds. You're right for the most
Yeah,
part.
so
But
that's how I would normally play it.
yeah, that's actually really smart. Hopefully, right, you have someone watching this. Like, surely you have a second B player, right? But if you don't and you're
Yeah.
soloing B, that's the correct thing to do.
Hmm.
Unless you just want to play aggressively. But if you have a second B player, which usually you have 2B, 3A, or 3B, 2A, it just kind of depends. Like in higher ranks, that's just how it goes. But
Yeah.
so what you want to do, in my opinion, instead of rotating back here, assuming you have the second B player, is just aggress like you normally would if you got the first kill. Because what usually happens whenever you push after you get the first kill, you probably get more,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, normally like
Yeah.
two
So
or three, and then I might get picked off or I'll fall back one or
yeah.
two.
So minus this kill, assuming there's no one here, you walk up. You're probably gonna get one or two by just flanking. You don't have to run. You can walk. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah,
Unless you have someone pushed all the way up here, you can run. Because then there's probably no one here unless they're in market, which at that point it's you know, it is what it is. But um,
yeah.
so I mean, yeah, that's pretty perfect though. Like, basically, that's my biggest advice. Like, that's the discrepancy is if there's no one, you can still push because nothing's changed. These people are still bronze. They're not good. You're still gonna out aim them.
Yeah.
It's just the difference between getting a kill and not getting a kill. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can use that in all these areas. Doesn't matter where you are. It could be anywhere, as long as just the one that we're on. So yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, this is really good actually. I like going into in depth with like a specific map because like I can make guides and say this stuff, but I can't say like specific things because I don't know who I'm like. I don't know the person I'm talking to. I don't know like what exactly
Yeah.
they do. So
You'd be speaking to general audience rather than specifics, and
yeah, and
people
I
play
think you can learn
differently.
more. Like even if people don't struggle with the exact same things that you struggle with, they can
Yeah.
learn from them and like apply parts of them, if not all parts of one thing.
And it's especially also like obviously this is to be obvious, but it's especially agent based because if you were to ask a Killjoy main how would they
Yes.
play, they'd be like, I'm playing back B. I'm gonna aggress. I'm gonna look at hookah, but I'm not gonna actually push into hookah. It depends on the
Yes.
agent you're playing.
Or
So
perhaps more generally the role that you're playing, like Cypher Killjoy,
like
yeah,
Sentinel
duelist,
or
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But yeah, also within each role there's specific things that certain agents do that others don't. So yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think. I want to wrap up the video within like 5-10 minutes, but if there's something else you want to talk about, we can go for it as well. Like anything really.
Personally, what can I think of? I think the number one.
Oh,
thing that
shorty
I
is
need to
another
work
thing I just
on-
thought of. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say that it's not like a question, just more like a statement. Definitely, need to work on my flashes. You know, like
Oh yes, we
the
can talk about this real quick too. I forgot about that completely.
yeah.
So there's two types of flashes. Well, I just thought of this randomly, but there are two types of flashes technically. There's attack flashes and there's like defense
Defense type of
flashes.
flashes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
they're kind of different. Like it's like I'm trying to categorize them because like it's kind of that's why it's hard to like flash because it feels weird. Sometimes you flash aggressively, but then on defense you might not know what to do. Like how to use your flashes because like you don't always want to push on defense. Sometimes you want to just like hold. But okay, so here I'll show you the best flashes that I always do on like for right here. This is like one of the best flashes that I know for bind is just throw right here. You can ping it if you want, but if you get somewhere on this point, it's really good. Basically what this does, right here you see, it goes like on the floor. And this blinds this full angle. So like, you said sometimes you like to hold like from here with an op or something, right?
Yeah.
Is this, yeah, like somewhere here, I don't know where, but that blind will completely screw you over. You can't see when they're peeking out now. So if you can imagine being the Reyna over there instead of being here, that's what would happen. And then the only thing it doesn't blind is like right here kind of. So you have to be careful of the spot, but it blinds anyone that tries to push up here, which is the strat I told you. They get blinded as they're running up, so they either have to commit while they're blind or run away, which you'll hear. So so yeah, that's a really good flash. You can do that, and then so this is from the run starting to like telling my team, guys, I'm pushing A, I'm flashing. This is what I do. And you don't really have to have fear. And then from here you can go to your edge, you can go here or push CT. We didn't talk about attack, did we? Or did we? I can't even remember.
We didn't, but I do have a question. Whatchamacallit, when is a situation you would comparatively use a singular flash versus a double flash? You know, like flashing twice at once in the same situation, or flashing once and then another time entering.
The only
something
time,
like that.
well, you see, one of the best Reyna players is Asuna, I think, in my opinion. I don't know many other players, but I see him double flash a lot because, like, like I said, there's a lot of variability on where enemies can be. So you flash for a certain area and then you flash again for another area. But specifically for this area that we're pushing, it's good to flash. It depends on the map as well as I can answer that for you, but essentially depends on where people can be at certain times. So like at the start of the round, immediately, you know, people can be pushing this. You know, people can be watching it, and they probably are because this is like a very, very common spot to push on this map. There's only so many areas, like a 25% chance, and usually out of 4 of these, this is a 25% chance. But usually people like to start A short a lot. I feel like just intuitively, I feel like people push short more than 25% of the time. So like there's a good chance an enemy on defense is watching it. So you want to flash here. This is really good because it gets everyone out. But then here you're kind of exposing it because this flash disappears. These people could be walking back to hold the same angle. So like you have to count for that. You have to count for this angle here from U-Haul. So you need to flash for something else. So for this example, like or for this situation, this is a perfect time to double flash because the whole thing you're only doing this because you want to open up the site for your team. That's another like really important job of a duelist is to open up the site because like you said, Sentinels sit back. They don't excel at taking sites, so it's your job to fight on attack instead of on defense where you kind of play aggressive but you don't really like take an area. But on attacking you take an area, which is the sites, which is where your team's gonna plant the spike. So yeah, you flash and then you flash again because it's good to help get control of the site. You have all this flashed. Sometimes you get caught off guard from like a flash, like an angle where like they're not blinded from it, which is awkward, but like that's the best you can do if you want to fast push it, right? So you just have to account for like the other angles that they can be. Make sure you clear this right here. They could be right here and right here. They can also be like, people like to sit back triple a lot, that's what it's called. Or behind truck, and like this angle can screw you over sometimes behind this box. So, but that's probably not gonna happen in bronze. Like I've said that like a million times now. It's like not gonna happen in bronze because people don't really understand that. But yeah, that's how I'd push short. Does that make sense? Like, and then whenever whenever one flash is whenever I'm pushing like a smaller area, like lamps, I would flash like this. Flash as close to this corner as I can, because like people like to sit right here, and so I want to blind them as well.
Yeah.
So do that, and then I don't need to flash again really, because honestly, you can flash out again here, and it's fine to do, but you also don't have to push. It just depends what you want to do, right? Like if I want to push, I should flash because I have a flash, and I should use it because it's gonna probably get me a kill, even though it's minus 250 credits. It's a chance to get like a kill or two because people like to play backside a lot. You can throw it at the ground, you can throw it up. It's usually better to throw it at the ground. Uh, it's not better necessarily, but it's just kind of easier for you to use to. But yeah.
So, I forgot. This is kind of like obviously a controversial answer, but as Reyna being a duelist, what do you think Mayna's main role is? Is it entry fragging? Is it creating distance? Is it what do you think it is?
Reyna excels at all of those things. Some duelists do better things, certain things better, obviously. Because like certain abilities like Ray's satchel works in a slightly different way than like how Reyna would flash in. But I mean, all duelists I think, in my opinion, are good at taking space. If you think about it, like Phoenix forces people back because of his ult, Flash because of the wall. It opens up sites, opens up areas. Reyna does it in a slightly different way with Flash. Like her flashes, which are also very unique. But she doesn't have like a wall or an ult like Phoenix does. But Ray's has two satchels and a rocket that also gives momentum, so you can use that to get in super deep to areas.
Yeah.
Mainly just the double satchel, but she does that in a different way, but that's still creating space because you're getting into the enemy area quickly, very, very quickly. So they have to pay attention to that, and that takes the focus away from the main area, which is where the rest of your team's going to be pushing in behind you. Behind you, my voice. Anyway, yeah, we could talk about pushing shower, or does that make sense though? I think that makes pretty good sense. But other characters would obviously not do that. We already said that. Um, yeah. So I guess we can talk about shower if you want. So how would you push shower here?
So I actually clear from
Back here?
pretend where like the walls. Yeah, I'll clear from here, and I'll clear pretty much exactly like that. And then what I'll do is I'll jump onto the top box, like still watching that angle, and I'll hold that specific right there. I'll hold that specific angle right there for a minute. I wouldn't necessarily crouch because I need momentum to leave if
Yeah.
somebody like if I miss my shot somehow.
Yeah.
But I'll hold that, and then if nobody comes there, I'll quickly just jump to. I mean, that's fine too, but I quickly just jump over to the side where the
Like here?
enemies can't see me anymore. Yeah, and then I'll slowly start pushing in while clearing my corners.
Yeah, this is like really good to do as well. Everything you do is quite good. So you come here. This is really good. I do this too sometimes. I don't always do this, but I do that definitely sometimes.
Yeah.
You can go back like this. Sometimes I don't want to do that, and sometimes I just go close, likely with the Phantom. So you'd be like shift walking all the way up. Then you're holding this. The cool thing about this whole play is that they can't be on this side because like from the beginning of the round you'd have had to be able to see them in order for that to happen. So you don't have to worry about that side. The only thing you do have to worry about this corner. So this is what I would do. I just kind of like clear this and then quickly check to see if they're there, and then continue to walk up and yeah, just kind of like this.
Yeah, peek the corners. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly what I do. And then
So
out from there, I'll
definitely
just
flash
move
here.
it forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. With flashes, like I said before that game, I don't think I've used a single
Yeah, that's
clear
completely
flash in
fine.
my life.
But like actually you did pretty good honestly. Like that is like still your flashes are about as good as your aim, but maybe a little
Yeah.
worse, just slightly.
Um,
Um yeah.
and then I'll peek back CT. Well, I'll check truck or whatever you fucking call that.
This
No, to the left, like when I'm
out here.
moving in. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, assuming we're still in showers, like go back in showers. Like that's the first thing I'll hold. Is
Okay,
there.
like up here or just like sight?
So like move back a little. Yeah, so right there, moving in, because I'll
Okay,
be
okay.
away from the wall. I won't push like close to the wall. So
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
check there,
No, this is good. This
and
is good.
then
Yep.
and then I'll slowly peek out to the left. Like I won't go forward. I'll just peek to the left, and then I'll check CT. Yep. Then I'll check triple, check heaven, and then I'll check right side bench or on top for maybe a sage or a raise or something like that.
Yep.
And yeah, I'll continue move out, and I'll check the boxes on the right. Like yeah.
Yeah, so before we do this, let me just tell you what I would do. What I would do from here, instead of walk out, I would just flash. So this is where
Yeah.
you, instead of walking out, you'd flash. But to go ahead and continue, tell me what you do after you clear this.
Yeah, after I did that, I would stay closer to the wall behind you, when I'm pushing out.
Kind of like this.
Well, no. So,
Sorry,
like,
I'm actually
picture
really
me.
bad at like tracking what, like how you play. I don't know why,
If you
but
want, I can. No, wait, you're already recording. So basically, coming out of showers, the wall that's to the left of you, I'll actually hug it, and then I'll check the boxes.
oh
Like the
here, yeah,
boxes
yep,
to right of you. Yeah. Before peeking my body out to
yes.
sight, and then I'll look into CT. But I'll move.
You'll check
Yeah, I'll
everything,
check
yeah,
there. Yes, I'll check everything there.
and then
I'll
you'll peek
move
here.
over to there, and then after I've passed triple, I'll check behind me, like that one angle. Yeah, and then I'll move and push into either U-Haul or CT from there, depending on.
Yeah,
If
this
I know
is
somebody's U-Haul, I'm gonna push into there.
yeah,
If I
this
know
is
somebody's
perfect. This is all perfect. Also, one other caveat of using the Reyna flash is whenever you flash, you give away your position to some degree. So within some amount of certainty, they have to know that you're like in
in an
this
area.
radius around this. So obviously they're gonna know you're in shower if you flash this because they can't be on, you can't be on site yet. So
Yeah.
they're gonna know to some degree, but also in some situations that does matter. Speaking about the cool thing about Reyna flash is it's so sick. You can flash as if you're from one area and when you're actually another, and then the enemy will completely be turned like in higher ranks where they think you are. Instead, you're actually doing like a sneaky play. So
Yeah.
that's another thing that you can try to get better at. But yeah, so that's the one caveat of using this. But if your team's pushing in from short, you just want to flash because your team's already pushing on site. But if you're lurking, which is another play you can do on attack instead of just trying to push, but I would suggest not lurking yet because you don't need to. You just take more
Yeah.
fights, but that's something you can do. But if you are lurking, you don't need to flash. But since you are taking fights, you just flash. And then you do all the
Uh,
same stuff. I'm not gonna do it slow like I just did, but yeah, you just kind of do everything
yeah.
again. Walk out, clear your backside, and then you have if your team doesn't have YOLO control and like you're lurking or something, you have to be aware of that. They can also peek you heaven, so it's good to walk all the way to the side like this, and then you can't be seen from heaven unless they're running all the way out. But you can hold these things and clear here just in case. And yeah, that's
So
I usually peek CT. Let me show you an OP angle actually right here. This is super
okay.
OP right here.
Yeah, I actually do hold that. I'll
Yeah,
hold a
this
little
is
bit back, like not that much. No, not there. Like I would say, yeah, about right there. I'll hold from right here.
yeah, this is
That's
good.
personally,
This
yeah,
is good. You can play. It doesn't really matter. It's better to not play like point blank here, obviously, but sometimes I play
yeah,
closer because like I know people like to clear this and like sometimes they expect me to be here. Sometimes I don't know. It just depends on the enemy team. But
yeah.
this is a spot. It depends on your gun. If you have like a Spectre, you want to play closer, stuff like that. But yeah, this is good. You can peek. They could be heaven, but usually you're gonna hear like two or three. This is like the golden. This is a beautiful spot. Like two or three people. Usually, sometimes everyone comes through CT here. So you have, like if they want to win the round, they have to come through you. So this is why bind's so fun sometimes.
So, what's it called? To practice your Reyna layers, do you think it's more like a game sensing, like you'll develop that actually in games, or do you think it's something you can practice yourself in customs or something like that?
You can practice it in customs if you imagine where one player, two
Enemy.
players, three players could be. Yeah, and then you think
Yeah.
how like position yourself and where they would be, and then see the angles that like where they would be blinded exactly at, and you can practice stuff like that. But yeah, there's also a game sense aspect to it, to where like you need to understand stuff uh like I don't know, just like is this a good flash? Like is this person gonna think I'm in another spot when I'm actually here? Like that's a game sense sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's not something you'll like probably feel in just a practice range, but you might. I don't know. But yeah, definitely both of them will play a role in that.
Also, a question that I literally just thought about. So, peaking with your leers, would you say it's more effective to peek in front or peek behind your leers when you're moving?
Do you mean like
So, say,
so like throw it like back here or over here, like the behind? So this is like behind, this would be in front, sort of thing.
no, like, so like actually physically moving in front or behind the
Oh,
leer.
okay. So like you throw right here, and you go like
Yeah,
this
so
or like this.
Yeah, so obviously where it could be convenient to move forward or move behind it, like
Yeah.
where would you say is the better positioning? Because
So um,
yeah,
Reyna blind actually has a like amount of HP. So if you think about it, you can get wall bang through this, but it can also block damage. So if you throw like this will take some amount of damage before it hits you. So I would say in front of you, unless there's like a specific angle where it's better if you're like behind it. Like particularly, it's good to be in front of it instead of behind it. Whenever you need to flash like high. So if you want to flash high here, because like flashing down is not good because you want to get like the majority of back sight.
mhm,
So you throw up, and so that way it's not really like taking damage for you, but it's better. It's a better blind overall.
yeah.
This one's not great actually. Should be like farther over here because you want to blind like this right here. But yeah.
Yeah. So, what you call it? There's this thing with like the Reyna flashes where you can see an outline still of your enemy no matter what your distance is. Like, do you know how that activates? I saw a video on it the other day. I'm not 100% sure.
You mean like wait? Do you mean whenever you flash, like how far does he get blinded, sort of thing?
No, so what should we call it? It's like literally if you I don't know how to really explain
Wait,
it. There's a
outline? Do you
weird
mean
thing.
whenever you ult? What do you mean outline?
So
I
whenever
didn't
you
process what you said. My bad.
use the rain, no, that's good. Whenever you use the rain layer, the flash, apparently anybody who peeks in front of it, it has an outline for the enemy. Even though it blinds them, you can still see an outline in front of the Lear orb. Is
Uh,
that true?
yes, yes. It's very close to the Leer. I don't know like the exact range, but it's very very close to Leer. So like people often try to counterplay Reyna Flash by like playing really close angles like this. So if you were to get flashed like this, well, not necessarily counterplay Reyna flashes. Sometimes it's just the best case scenario that you should be close. So like if you're Reyna blinded and you can do nothing about shooting the flash, you just try to position yourself as close as you can to the Reyna flash
Mhm.
because you can see the outline of people that are like in this small radius. It's not very big. It's quite small, but also there's a range limit to like the flash. So like if I flash here, or sorry, like here, I don't know if someone in heaven would be blinded. I don't think they would be if they're in like the back of
Yeah.
heaven on that angle. Yeah. So
So
that's not that. There's like two aspects of it.
this is something I personally found out throughout facing against enemy Reyna players. So you have a really good or a decent at least reaction speed. Um, you'll notice that whenever you peek out a Reyna flash, even if it is like completely out there, the animation has completed, like it would normally blind somebody, you can still see people and like the area surrounding for a very slight, I would say maybe 100 milliseconds. Like you can see it for a very slight bit, and sometimes that can net me free kills. Would you say it's good to um actually peek out to a Reyna flash if you have good reaction speed in order to actually see an enemy like that?
So you're saying if you get blinded, should you kind of like try to fight like that, position yourself like that?
Well, so like whenever you activate a Reyna flash, if you peek, so let's say Ascent. I am a Reyna who is fighting an enemy Reyna who just flashed into tiles. I'm holding top cap. He flashed into tiles. He peeks out with his Leer. His Leer is already completely like done in animation, so
Yes.
it's not like it's being in the action. It's already completely done. Whenever I peek out from top cat, because my eyes can perceive it personally like really fast, I
Yes.
can still see the Reyna. It's just
Yes.
super fast. Do you think I should still aggress that, or do you think I should fall back from
No,
my
yes.
current wall?
You see people like that have really fast reaction time do that. I finally understood what you were saying. So yes, you should definitely do that. If you know you have like, I don't know, would you say you win the majority of your fights when you do that?
Yeah, I do. Like literally 9 out of 10 times.
Yes, so you already know the answer. You should because like you're still winning 90% of your fights. So even if unless it's like a really awkward situation, like angled, like weird spot for him to be in, and that you
Mhm.
might be less likely to win the fight, like it's before he like taps you, um, you could definitely just take the fight like most of the time for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna quickly run through both hookah and long, and we can just summarize both of them, and then I'll end the video.
Okay.
So here, start off the rip, they can be like right here. A cool thing to do is to spam. You can spam for like a certain amount until. Actually, no, you can
I
spam this.
actually do that. I
Yeah,
spam the middle.
metal. Yeah, you can
Like
spam.
right there. Yeah.
Doesn't really matter where you spam. Just spam for a kill. It's good. So here, that's what you can do. You don't have to do that. Like if you don't really plan on pushing hookah, you can do that. Cause like if you do this, you're kind of just saying, hey guys, I'm here. I might push hookah. So if you want to go hookah, don't probably do this. Like you can just hold like this. But otherwise, you can do this. Maybe aggress if you're going for a kill and just running away. You can run up here, and then maybe fight. See if someone's peeking from like left or right, because sometimes that's pretty common. Otherwise, they might be sitting in more passive spots, or like on top of the box, or something close.
Also, something I'll do against like characters that have flashes or characters that make noise. Sometimes some people will like cover their footsteps, like they're peeking out from hookah, assuming I'm on attack. Um, they'll make noise or they'll flash, and they'll quickly go over to the boxes that are next to hookah. I'll just like wallbang that as well.
Here?
So like yeah, those boxes
Yes.
like from entering from B, even if I 100% don't know they're there, I'll still do it just because, you know, you never know what somebody does. If they flash or
Yes.
make noise, you don't know.
People do like to do this play, but it's not very common. Also, that it's quite rare. It does happen. Usually, if
Yeah.
someone does it like once, they'll probably do it a second time, because like they know that they can abuse the spot for however they're abusing
Yeah.
it. But most of the time, I'd say like 9 out of 10 times, no one's gonna be behind this unless you're rotating from A to B. And it's been like a long amount of time. They might be pushed here, so you have to be extra careful then. But usually in most situations, like where you start here, they flash or something, they're probably not gonna be there. But spamming is good. If you're gonna make noise anyway, might as well spam both, right? Like, why not? Could get a kill either way. Um, so yeah, from here you can flash like right in the middle, because toward the ground, because this flashes everything here. There's no way they're not getting blinded, and it flashes this angle, flashes on top of the box, flashes right, kind of maybe not right there. Actually, that might be weird for them, but because like you can just sit like this, and same thing for right here. Like we said, there's like a slight you can see. So if they're right here, they will still have the jump on you because they can see you through the Reyna blind. But the only thing that doesn't get blinded here is here, and then obviously like outside here. So you have to be careful for someone in CT or like right here. They might be able to see your head, something like that. Backside maybe. So whenever you run over, I think they'll get blinded at actually backside and maybe CT. But yeah, but it might not be at the right angle to blind them. So yeah, from here, basically be careful of like backside CT. And you gotta kind of like, you don't need to aim here, but you just need to think about it. And then if they are there, you obviously have to shoot them. But yeah, you can be aware of, this is a good spot to play B as well. We don't really talk about backside spots on B because we're talking about aggressive plays, which is fine.
Yeah.
But that's the spot that people like to sit. People like to sit there. People like to sit like here. Sometimes you get people sit there, but it's kind of rare, I feel like. Also elbows. Ciphers like to sit there a lot. In CT. So you gotta be careful of all these spots, assuming everything, and then just come outside. I'm not gonna show every angle, but stuff like that. Just think about like where they can be. Try to keep your crosshair placed to good spots. You can actually drop out of hookah without making any noise, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it, to be honest. You have to like crouch and then you don't make noise, and that's kind of OP. I'm not gonna lie, because in lower ranks, people who are not aware of what's happening, if they don't hear anything, uh, they're not gonna
Most people
expect you to
lower
be there.
below don't have headphones. I swear
Or
to God, they
monitors,
don't have headphones.
quite frankly. But yeah, that's what it felt like the last game, honestly. Like, Jesus Christ.
They're playing on ThinkPad 15 FPS fucking
Yeah, no.
tablets, bro.
Like on their phone or something as well. Like they're,
For real.
yeah, I don't know,
Router mobile.
but yeah, like you understand this. So like you're gonna rank up. All you have to do, honestly, you should play your other 4 games like soon, and then
Yeah.
tell me what you get placed. Because I'm pretty
Okay.
sure, I don't know what you'll place, but you'll get to plat
Uh,
probably
yeah.
in like a week or two. If you just
Yeah.
play and you like, do you ever tilt, or are you usually pretty level-headed?
No. I literally like pretty much never tilt. Like as you saw in that game when I died, I just accepted it. I moved on.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's like you're gonna get plat in like a week and a half probably, or 2 weeks if you play consistently and do
Like
aim training and practice things you need to practice. You're gonna get plat for sure.
yeah. I mean, obviously, like I can't say that for 100% of the time. If I know a play is really stupid, not by somebody else, like I don't care about my teammates making a stupid play that caused the death of me, but I will get a bit tilted at myself if I make a very stupid play that should have obviously I had one. I don't beat myself up for it, but I realize a mistake. I get a little bit tilted. I move on next round. Yada yada yada. It doesn't matter. It's not like where I get tilted and then it affects the rest of my game, or I get mad at my teammates for it. No, that just ruins the morale of the team. People don't realize that on top
Yes.
of half the game being a physical game, it's also half a mental game, you know? So
Yes, and for that reason, I keep all chat muted. Personally, I get kind of tilted sometimes. It depends on like the day. It depends like how my brain is, but a lot of
yeah,
times I get like super irritated at the game, and uh, yeah, so I have to account for that more. But if you don't have to account for that, you can use that a lot to your advantage. Tilting is like a really bad thing, and if you can control it, then yeah, you know. So,
yeah, yeah,
cause
the upright advantage.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go long real quick.
Okay.
Um, so I usually, if I'm gonna go long, usually start here. This is kind of weird to start over there if you want to go long. This is closer, I think, for the most part. It's slightly longer if you go the other way, but the wall's like here. And then so you might use a vandal for here. You can peek from over here. Um, and then what would you do? You'd probably start here, right? And then where would you go?
Yeah, so I'll just slowly peek yeah, I'll peek behind fountain.
Okay.
So exactly what you're doing right now. And then I'll walk up.
To the left or to the right?
I'll I'll walk up to the actual right. I'll walk up to the right.
So kind of
So
like
like
this
from
over
the
here.
right corner. Yeah. Um and I'll hug that wall because I personally like this more because I check obviously the left corner right there. And then I'll peek out a little bit, like I'll move to the left and I'll peek out and then I'll clear that and then I'll clear top right where they could be on whatever that's called.
Yeah. And
No,
then
no, what you were just saying. Yeah, that place. I don't know what that's
that's
called.
really impressive, by the way, because I specifically, you know how I said in this spot, or like good players sit in that spot a lot.
Yeah.
This is another spot you sit that is like kind of like the exact same thing as that, just over here instead. So like I sit on both these
Yeah.
spots. You should sit there as well when you defend.
Mm,
I forgot to tell you, I think what I do long. What I do long whenever I defend is
uh-huh.
instead of going over here, I don't really op, so I just like to chill. I chill right here always, because one, people always sprint down long for some reason, so like they're not gonna be walking, so you're gonna hear them, and people in like diamond and below will not clear this angle. Literally, I swear to God, people in diamond will not clear this angle. They'll not account for it. They'll only account for right here, close right here. So
Yeah.
use this because like I sometimes sit right here because this is really weird, right? Like being right here and high is like this is a really unusual spot. Like no one's probably ever sat here for the enemies you're against. Or you can
Yeah.
sit anywhere on this platform. And then otherwise I sit like this or kind of just sometimes actually just sit like on the floor or on the ground and then you can dismiss away, get out.
Yeah.
Of course, sometimes you can get two before you have to dismiss. Sometimes you can ult and continue fighting, but also a good flash right here. If you want to peek long instead of just wait, this is what you should do. And then yeah, I don't always push long. I do push long sometimes, but um, for you, like I said, you should just get used to pushing everything and then understand how that works because you're destroying everyone. Um,
It's like understanding the caliber between myself and my opponent, you know? Like
yes. Keep applying that
do what
whenever you
helps.
play. And then realize your actual potential for where you are.
Yeah.
Um, uh,
But
yeah.
continuing on attacking. So after I clear that like garden area to the right, I'll clear very close right. Yeah, so right there, because I know some players like to be sneaky fuckers and play right there. So I'll
Yes.
clear that right.
And that's a good
And
spot to play, because like, so basically, I'm gonna give you a general rule of thumb. Any spots that are like really tricky and like
Mhm.
weird that you know you have to clear, you should also use those spots to your advantage. Not always, obviously, but like swap it up and swap into those spots.
Yeah. And then after that, obviously since I don't use layers, I'll yeah peek there, and then I'll slowly peek out. I'll peek the other side of the tube, yep, and then I'll peek into elbow, and then what I'll do is since I've cleared literally pretty much the right side, um, I'll peek. I'll check left, like I'll go into sight starting now, and I'll quick check left, yeah, and then I'll check elbow. Keep my crosshair there, and then I'll just push on the site. I'll check the corners on site.
Also clear under here, by the way. And if you have no one
Yeah,
hookah,
yeah,
careful here. Yeah, this is definitely corners clear. They could still be in this corner if they've hidden, I think, and then here.
yeah. So I clear the I don't clear the boxes first. I clear where you pinged originally. Yeah, right there. And then I'll clear boxes behind you, like the Radiant Knight boxes. and then I'll clear tube, and then I'll clear backside, and then if I see nobody, if my team is planting and stuff, I'll actually aggress into CT. I'll aggress into the rotation, which normally picks me like 1 to 2 kills, and then after I've
Wait, one thing here.
secured.
This is a good play what you're saying, pushing into CT where the rotation is. But one thing to account for is in bronze people aren't here, but in higher ranks people are here. So keep that in mind. I'm sure you need to clear this, but you actually might
Yeah.
expect it in like higher ranks other than where you are. But yes, pushing into this is very good.
Yeah. And if I don't see anybody out of here, or if I'm back CT, like entering CT from B site, and I pick 2, I'll move out to elbow, because like I'll push into elbow, because if there actually is somebody there who's just playing there for some fucking reason, then I'll just try to catch them off guard. I'll sometimes enter here too. It really depends on the play style that I'm trying to do. If I know my enemy is being really fucking weird, I'll probably go into elbow. Or if I know like a killjoy, because a lot of killjoys like playing in that corner, especially for ulting and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I'll go into elbow. But aside from that, I'll push into CT. It really depends. And then I'll generally, after I've picked someone or pick 2, pick 3 from CT, I'll sit in short. Not sit in short. Sorry, I'll sit in hookah, or I'll play backside.
Okay. What I usually do instead of hookah's actually fine, honestly. Hookah's a really good spot to defend bomb from, if it's in a good spot for you. Say like I don't know, like I guess just default's good, or like right here is also quite good. I usually sit after I get like entry on site or peek CT and get a kill. I would sit like here and just kind of wait. You don't even need to peek. You just kind of hold like a tight angle like this, and hopefully your team has elbow. If not, you have to be careful because like this is dangerous. Obviously, they can come from here or here. But yeah, this is good. This is what I would do. What you're saying is good too. All comes down to preference. I usually push elbow, by the way, almost always, because I know Sentinels like to set like trips and like alarm bots, all this stuff. Man, like I don't want to go through that, so I just go here most of the time. And usually Cypher sits like I swear sometimes people sit in this corner like every single round. It's so annoying, but yeah, it's free kill if you know they sit there. So yeah. And obviously applying flashes to where necessary, like CT, you could flash here, high or low, and everyone gets blinded. You could peek from elbow. Flash like low here. Usually that's smoked though, so it doesn't. It's kind of weird, but you could probably pull something off.
Yep. Oh, I think that's about it. Probably time to wrap it up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed. I actually enjoyed this quite a lot. It's the longest session I've ever had, like ever.
I appreciate the session. Obviously very insightful tips, especially since, obviously I'm lackluster Reyna, still bronze
Yeah.
technically. So,
Yeah, but
still
literally,
something.
all right, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get like gold or plat. You message me again, and then I'll coach you at that level because it'll be
Yeah.
a little bit different and probably be fun and good like YouTube title, honestly. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Alright, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go. Thank you for the coaching.
yeah, of course, man. Talk to you later. See you.
Alright, talk to you later. See ya.